Welcome to this video on ancient Egypt, the economic powerhouse of the ancient world. We will explore the foundations of wealth that supported this magnificent civilization. The entire Egyptian economy was a gift of the Nile. Its predictable annual flooding deposited fertile silt, creating the quote, black land for surplus agriculture. This surplus enabled population growth and specialized labor. The agricultural cycle was divided into 3 seasons: Akhet, the inundation; Paret, the growing season; and Shemu, the harvest. This cycle organized both farming and state labor. Agricultural production, especially of emmer wheat and barley, were the caloric engines of the economy. These staples were used as food and as the standard currency for wages. To maximize crop yields, Egyptians invented the shaduf, a simple yet effective irrigation technology. This counterbalanced lever allowed farmers to efficiently lift water to higher fields, extending arable land. Next, let's examine the scale of trade and commerce that further boosted Egypt's economic might. Egyptians were masters of the river. The Nile served as the world's first superhighway for internal transport. Egypt's control over key land routes also made it the central hub of international trade. The balance of trade included major exports like grain, papyrus, gold, and linen. Key imports included cedar wood from Lebanon, incense from Punt, and valuable metals like tin. Egypt maintained strong relationships with key trading partners. Nubia provided gold, while the Levant supplied essential timber and olive oil. Expeditions to Punt brought back exotic goods. For most of its history, Egypt used a standardized barter system without minted coins. The deben, a unit of weight in copper, silver, or gold, was used to calculate the value of goods for complex transactions. Effective resource management was critical to maintaining the stability and prosperity of the Egyptian economy. Egypt's gold, mined primarily in Nubia and the Eastern Desert, provided immense international purchasing power. Other vital resources included copper from Sinai and stone for monumental construction. The economic chain of command began with the pharaoh, the owner of all resources. The vizier oversaw taxes and state projects, assisted by regional nomarchs and, crucially, the scribes. The power of the scribe was absolute. These literate bureaucrats recorded yields, calculated taxes, and managed supply distribution, making them essential to the economic machine. The state operated on a redistributive economy. Agricultural tax formed about 60% of revenue, which was collected, stored, and then redistributed to pay workers and officials. Let's now turn our attention to the massive labor and construction projects that defined ancient Egypt. The monumental projects, like the pyramids, were built using the corvée labor system. Peasant farmers paid their, quote, labor tax during the flood season by working on state projects in exchange for food rations. The logistics for projects like the Great Pyramid were enormous. This stimulated the entire agricultural economy, requiring vast amounts of grain and meat to feed the peak workforce of 20,000. Beyond agriculture and construction, industry and crafts provided specialized goods and tradable commodities. Egyptian craftmasters produced high-quality goods, including mass-produced pottery for storage, fine linen textiles for export, and intricate artistry from highly skilled artisans. The video summarizes the economic growth throughout the various eras of ancient Egyptian history. The economic hierarchy placed the pharaoh at the top, followed by priests and nobles, with scribes, soldiers, and artisans in the middle. The vast majority of the population were farmers and laborers. The decline of the Egyptian economy was driven by internal factors like corruption and grain inflation, as well as external threats, including invasions and the rise of competing empires. Ancient Egypt's economy remains a lasting legacy, celebrated for its remarkable organization, stability, and scale, establishing precedents that shaped the future of the ancient world. These are the sources for the images used in this video. More image sources for your reference.